Hey guys, I'm AJ
I'm Rini.
and welcome to TFA Talkshow. So today we are very privileged to have with us Sharul. And Sharul is a Prisma Dance Associate, a Malay dance trained with artiste seni budaya and also a Laselle alumni. He currently is an MOE dance instructor and his intention is to nurture versatile dancers. His source of inspiration in his creation revolves around Malay practices and philosophy. He also loved his cat Valslav and hope to travel more after the COVID period. Welcome, Sharul.
Hi Jay, hi Rini. Thank you for having me over for this talk show. So, my name is Sharul. I'm a freelancer. I'm actually a dancer, performer, instructor, choreographer. Yes, and I'm an associate artist with Prisma. I started off with them right after my internship with Laselle College of the Arts while I was in school. So I signed on together with them right after graduation. And I've been doing Malay dance for 12 years now. I started at the age of 17 under the tutelage of Mr. Rizman Kasim, friends with also Maya Dance Theatre. Our industry is actually quite small, so you need to know a lot of people to survive in the industry. So the more people you know, the more things you learn, and the more you can actually venture out there with your wings. Yeah. So currently, I think my interest started with being an instructor. So I pursued to be an MOE instructor. Right now, I'm actually an instructor for two secondary schools, in fact.
As a dancer, right, how do you create a memorable dance piece?
I think to each artist is on their own because we all go with different philosophy and different approach in creating art. As for me, a memorable dance experience is where it needs to be a memorable concept. And then the process, the product, it all comes together in it to touch three people: myself, the performer, and the audiences. For the recent work that I did, it's called Sedap Mata Memandang. It was for NUS Dance Ensemble. And this work revolves around the idea of the female body, on how we perceived why you need to duduk seliput, kena berbual sopan santun, and then how this image of the ideal Malay woman is being portrayed in public area or even at homes, you know. So if with that outfit, that busana, if it's being perceived, if kalau duduk kasar, you know, like you lepak, you with all that big gestures, then how does it look with that baju kurung or baju kebaya? Then it's very interesting because all of my performers are all non-Malays. They are all Filipinos and Chinese. And through this process, they learn a lot more about the Malay language, a lot more about the Malay philosophies, cultures, and ethics, which touches me because then how these Chinese dancers and Filipino dancers can actually embody Malay dance movements. And when the audience watched, they were like, I didn't know my daughter could do Malay dance. And then it's like, it's an accomplishment because I feel that the dancers did so much within that short period of time to actually embody a Malay dance movement. It's very difficult, even for me. Yeah. So I think a memorable dance would be where it touched me, it touched the audience, and it touches the performer.
So is dancing only for extroverts?
Dancing is about moving. It's an expression not through verbal expression, but through body expressions. So how you can use simple gestures like thinking, saying, right? My eyes, crying. So these simple gestures that you see every single day and how it can actually sit close to you in expressing. It's all right to be an introvert. Yeah, you don't need to be an extrovert to dance.
So are there like, if let's say I'm an introvert and I want to be a dancer, maybe perhaps you can provide me like simple steps or like checklists that I can follow in making like my passion or like dance sustainable.
Introverts. Okay, so before I started dancing, I was an introvert myself. I stayed home. I was the kind of person like my mom said, go home. I'm a gamer. So basically, if I don't study, I don't go out, I'm always at home playing my games. But after a while, I think you just need to not be within your bubble, right? We all need to start learning new things, you know. probably start with simple communication with people who are very close to you, right? But then again, also, I have friends who are also introvert and they are also dancers because it's a self-expression. For me, when I'm sad and I have nowhere to go to, I find songs that resonate to me and I start moving.
How do I choose the right path for a career in dance?
How to find avenues to get you elsewhere, and you need to know what is your strength and your weaknesses. Then from there you can venture out to see whether you can be an arts manager.
Right.
You know, you are majoring in dance and then you manage an arts company, then you are an arts manager. Then second, if you're into the medical line, then you can look at applied dance. Then you can
Oh,
look into therapy, how
right.
to boost someone's self-esteem, how to
Wow.
empower people who have gone through so much in life, you know, that went through brutal abuse, and then to realize that no, their self-worth is so much more and they can actually do this through makeup. You
Yeah.
know, when you dance, you need to know how to do your eyebrows, know where's your highlights, and know what outfit to wear. So through this, I also know people who are great stylists, like Mr. Rizman Kasim, like my choreographer. He's very good with costuming. So artists in Ibuda have always gone out with very nice costumes, and I learned a lot from him through materials and such. And then other than that, then trainer, choreographer, instructor. You can be an MOE trained choreographer. So your pedagogy needs to be good. And you need to know that these students matter so much because they are the next generation. If you don't nurture them, you don't provide them so much, and then you don't inspire them to be like any big artist out there, then there will be no the upcoming generation will not believe that art can be something in the future. Yeah, so as an instructor or a trainer, you can train schools, you can train companies, you can also train studios, you know, like commercial studios, like hip hop, street dance.
Wow, that's really interesting. So, how to get started in dance?
Based on experience, I think if you don't know where to go and you want to start off dance, um, you need to start researching. You need to figure out whether arts institution is meant for you. We have several arts institutions in Singapore: Laselle College of the Arts, School of the Arts, as well as NAFA, Nanyang Academy of Fine Arts. Right. So these institutions will provide you knowledge. But before jumping into the institution, you need to also know your strengths and weaknesses. So you need to know what are the genres that is suitable for your body and that resonates with your soul. Like for me, I started off with Malay dance and then I moved on to contemporary, right? Then you also need to figure out if institution doesn't work for you, then would you go into just learning from online, YouTube? Now we are globalized. Anything can be found online, right? Hip hop dance, like pole dancing, you know, dancing with heels, stilettos, jazz. So figure out, look into all these genres and see what resonates with you, and then Google up for class. We have studios in Singapore, like dance commercial studios, like for an example, old school Converge dance studios. And then if you want to go traditional, we have Chinese dance company in Singapore, Malay dance companies such as Sriwarisan, and you know, Sriwana. We have a lot of Malay dance companies in Singapore, Indian dance companies in Singapore. So if you are afraid, maybe Google them up, go for their short courses. They will always have this short period of courses, like 3 months for da 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 da, and look at the course breakdown, and then see which one resonates with you, and then deepen your craft.
So, if like for example, I'm a budding dancer, is there any advice that you can give me as a budding dancer when I want to pursue this passion into a career?
You need to believe in yourself, don't give up, and always continuously upgrade yourself. Go for workshops, listen to talks, right? You cannot work within your own brain space. Even if you work within your own brain space, pen it down, because whatever we have in our head it will dissipate and it will go away. So keep penning down. I have a lot of notebooks at home and I'm still keeping them because I always backtrack and look back at what I did for the past.
Are there any advice you can give for choreographers?
I think if you look at creation of dance, right, you have toolbox. There is call it creation tools. So they have basic creation tools like levels, directions, and then there's the ABA, A1, A2, A3. So an ABA, that means that you create the intro in this section, then your B happens, and then you create an A. So it's a revisit of A, or ABA square. So a similar of a A, but a developed version, right? So there's a lot of tools, there's a lot of approach from minimalist to something expressionist. So because we've gone through so much through the years, like from so many eras, medieval era, Renaissance, and then we have the postmodern, modern, then we have people like Martha Graham, we have people like Trisha Brown. So this range of spectrum, if you study the history, whatever they have, you can apply it to your practice, right? So you just need to analyze and see what's helpful and see. But there's the difference. The difference is taking and pasting versus taking, break it down, take certain things, making it again. Yeah. So as a choreographer, you need to always learn how to pick things that resonate with your voice as an artist and then start working around it. Myself, I've been practicing in Malay dance, right? So Malay dance, we have 5 basic: Inang, Asti, Joget, Masri, Zapin. So from these genres, it's already, for me, it's quite enough. Enough for me to break it down, find things within the essence of the movement, and then develop it further. Like for example, I can just do petit, right? Simple gesture petit. But then how can my petit be durational slow and shift, right? And then from this petit, I can petit in different fingers. And then to my thumb. Then it shift again. So this, like really understanding your strengths and weaknesses, understanding your habits, and go whether you want to go against it or you want to support your habit and to bring it further.
Okay, very, very, very a lot of information, and I find it very informative, even though it's not in my area. But I find that we both learned a lot from you. So maybe how do our viewers and listeners, if they want to contact you, is there any way that they can get in touch with you?
You can follow my Instagram account, Arulsha, ARULLSHA. If you are afraid of that, you can actually email me at sharul1511@gmail.com. SHARUL1511@gmail.com. I may not give the best advice because there's always a lot of more experienced dancers, choreographers, and lecturers out there. And I will also go and look up to them to ask for advice. But as much as I can, if I have no answer for you, I can link you up to some people that I think can give the best advice.
Okay, thank you so much, Sharul, to be with us on today's episode, and we hope all the best for you as well, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Thank you, AJ. Thank you, Rini.